In these films, Nicole Kidman doesn't act, she lives it. Some roles are terrifying, others are devastating. Here are her top 10. This is a film that begins as a drama and ends with a question that has no right answer. The main character lives with the loss of her husband for years, until one day a boy appears in her life who claims to be his reincarnation, and the film takes its time providing explanations. It doesn't directly scare, doesn't overwhelm with mysticism, but slowly undermines conventional logic. Here, pauses are more important than words, glances more powerful than dialogue. You constantly catch yourself wondering, is this madness or an impossible coincidence? And the most terrifying thing is that the film doesn't give the viewer a convenient way out. It simply leaves you alone with a feeling of anxiety and a strange acceptance.
I'm Sean. I love Anna and I'm her husband.
At first glance, this is a crime story about a journalistic investigation. But the further you go, the clearer it becomes. The film isn't about truth and lies. It's about filth, both external and internal. The characters live on the edge, committing strange, sometimes repulsive acts, and yet remain frighteningly alive. The film constantly subverts expectations, as if testing how far the viewer is willing to go. It's uneven, abrupt, and at times uncomfortable, but that's precisely its strength. After watching, you're left feeling as if you've stepped not into a movie, but into someone else's very precarious life.
This isn't a biography in the classic sense. It's the story of two strong people who love their freedom too much to be together. The film depicts relationships as a constant struggle for recognition, for the right to speak, for one's place in the world. There's no idealization, no romantic haze. There are conversations in which the tension is palpable and silences in which everything is said. This film is about how love can inspire and destroy at the same time. And the further we go, the clearer it becomes. Sometimes even the brightest unions can't withstand the clash of two personalities.
I've always felt most at home in the most difficult places.
A film that feels wrong from the very first minutes, and that's precisely what makes it so compelling. The dialogue sounds unnatural, the characters act distant, as if emotion is forbidden. But behind this cold exterior lies a cruel moral trap. The hero is forced to make a choice that cannot be justified. The film doesn't scare with jump scares, it crushes with a sense of doom. You watch and understand, there is no way out. Any decision will be terrible. This is a film that doesn't entertain, but tests the viewer's endurance.
It's the only thing I can think of.
On the outside, it's a perfect life. Beautiful houses and happy families. Inside, there's fear, aggression, and secrets that are about to come to light. The series masterfully plays with contrasts, sunny landscapes, and heavy themes. Each heroine wears a mask, and the film gradually peels it back layer by layer. This is a story not only about violence and lies, but also about how people learn to support each other, even when they're on edge. The tension builds slowly, but doesn't let up until the very end. The film takes us behind the scenes of the legendary show and shows the price paid for creating the image of the perfect family on screen. There's almost no action. Everything is built on dialogue, conflict, and the pressure of time. The characters constantly balance work, marriage, and public opinion. This is a film about the power of words, about reputation, and how one wrong move can ruin a career. It's a very intimate story that resonates through the tension between people.
I got lost for a second.
This is a story about love, land, and the choices that change destiny. The film breathes scale, vast spaces, long roads,
a sense of time that cannot be stopped. But at the center, people remain, with their fears, stubbornness, and hope. There's no rush. Film allows you to experience the story alongside the characters. This is a case where it's not the ending that matters, but the journey that leads to it.
I am going to...
A film about desire that defies convention. It doesn't attempt to shock directly, but explores the heroine's inner conflict between control and vulnerability. The story unfolds calmly, but beneath the surface, tension is constantly palpable. This film doesn't offer ready-made judgments or divide the characters into those who are right or wrong. It simply observes, leaving the viewer room to draw their own conclusions.
Personality.
You think that's what I am?
I think you like to be told what to do.
Is unacceptable.
This is madness, right? Yeah, this is your mom.
A Family Affair is a romantic comedy on Netflix that begins with Zara, an assistant to a Hollywood superstar, tired of her life behind the scenes, where she's used only to deliver dry cleaning and earrings after her boss, Chris Call, breaks up yet again. She leaves, but he finds her at home and meets her mother, Brooke, a famous writer. This is where the strangest and funniest love triangle begins, as Chris and Brooke fall in love, and Zara finds herself literally in the middle of the chaos. In short, if you're looking for a light, slightly crazy romantic evening where family rules are broken and upended, this film is just the thing. Netflix wraps the classic triangle in a new package where love and laughter go hand in hand, and each character searches for themselves and their own happiness.
She's my mom.
Every day I get to wake up.
Holland is a psychological thriller starring Nicole Kidman, where the image of a happy life falls apart like an old model train in a basement. Wikipedia. Here, Nicole plays Nancy Vandergroat, a teacher and caring mother in the quiet town of Holland, Michigan, a place where everyone knows everyone, and the streets are immersed in tulips and tradition. She attracts her colleague Dave, and together they begin to dig deeper. First small oddities, then major mysteries, and then everything begins to crumble faster than you think. The town that once seemed a charming backdrop for family strolls turns into a hypnotic trap of secrets and hidden fears. Every street in Holland, every tulip and windmill suddenly becomes part of a dark tale about the lengths a person will go to maintain their image of a perfect life. This isn't just a thriller about betrayal or suspicion. This is a film that plays with the perception of reality, where what seems normal can be the most dangerous. A story about a perfect facade that hides emptiness and fear.
It's like, you should leave a scaffold.
If you've watched this far, let us know in the comments which movie resonated with you the most. And if you want more collections like this, subscribe. There are plenty of collections of movies you'll love. And don't forget to check out previous episodes.